How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another Mental Health Monday. I am joined today by the ever lovely Cosmic Unicorn YT. Please introduce yourself, Cosmic Unicorn.
Hey guys, I'm Cosmic. I'm a Twitch streamer from the UK. Play a lot of Star Citizen. I've got borderline personality disorder, and I'm here to talk about my journey through that.
And I'm here to turn down the music and turn up your microphone. Let's go. Should have done that before. So hi. How did we meet? Did you randomly raid me through, or did we meet on the HAP Discord, or what happened?
We met. I was. How did it go? I'm trying to remember now. Basically, yeah, I basically was going around the different HAP streamers and giving them a follow, and I saw you was live, so I came and hung out for a bit, and here I am today.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do that more because I try to use it as like a good friend making tool. I don't like to call it networking. I like to call it friend making because
exactly.
I don't enjoy the business aspect or the business feel of like, oh yes, this is all transactional. No, I like to make genuine connections with folks. So we're very happy to meet you and very excited to meet you and a fellow neurodivergent folk. So it's just like, yeah, welcome into the fold, you know.
Thank you for having me.
Very happy to have you. So yeah, we're talking about BPD today / this month. We're talking about personality disorders in general. Coming up later this month, little preview for folks on YouTube. I'll be being interviewed myself. I don't have a borderline. I don't have a personality disorder myself, but I'm fairly convinced that my mother does, as a narcissist, a raging one at that. So I'll be interviewed on my mental health journey later in the month on the 15th by Anxiety, so that's gonna be fun. And then next week is, I don't know. I forget, but it's someone, so you should definitely come by and check out the live stream, which is usually from Mental Health Monday. It's either 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. depending on who I'm interviewing for time zone wise, because I try to be nice. So yeah, tell us about BPD. What is BPD? Because no one knows what that is, except I know what it is, and I'm just pretending to not know what it is for the sake of conversation. Let's go.
It's often referred to as, over here in the UK, as emotional instability disorder. I don't know if it's the same over there.
I have never heard that before. I've never heard of that before. That's interesting. I like that.
But it basically sums it up to me being called that
for sure.
because your emotions are very unstable. One minute you could be fine with somebody, the next thing you're blowing up at them, and you're not meaning to. It's just the way your brain works.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a lot more careful of a name than I thought it would be. That's great, because like I personally don't like the term personality disorder in general. I feel like it poorly, I don't know. I feel like it adds to the stigma of it in general to be called a personality disorder, because it's really just like my brain processes things in this way.
Yeah,
I can't help it, you know. Like you can help some bits, and that's kind of what acceptance, like various therapies for it usually are about, like, you know, what you can control versus what you can't, you know. So I like that. So emotional instability
disorder.
Disorder. Okay, sure, I can agree to that, I guess. Yeah, over here it's just BPD, or borderline personality. Sometimes, and I use this word kind of ironically, but people kind of affectionately, it's a weird connotation, affectionately refer to it as "I love you, I hate you" disorder. I've heard that one a lot.
Oh, I've not heard that one.
No? Really?
No.
I feel like it's meant to be insultive, or it's meant to just be like memey. But yeah, because a lot of people associate BPD with splitting. specifically like one day like you love someone and like they're your, I'm gonna use fucking terms here for a second. Um like they're your person. Oh, fuck, what is the term again? Brain, please work. And the next day, like your whole attitude has changed about them. So I love you, I hate you
Yeah.
disorder stem from that. Why can't I think of the fucking term? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the term either.
Oh my god. Favorite person. FP. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So simple, but it has meanings. It has connotations, chat. I swear to God. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about like stuff about BPD for a bit, because let's try to smash some stigmas, right? That's really what I kind of try to do here. Smash stigmas. So like for you, what kind of like things have you heard about BPD stigma wise that you feel is just like grossly misrepresented?
Stigma wise, well, I've not really heard it in general for BPD, but as mental health in general, it's, oh, you deserve to be locked up. You're batshit crazy.
Is that attitude still in the UK?
Yes.
Fucking hell. Now I hope the UK doesn't have like insane asylums or whatever the fuck. But like, good lord.
No, but they have hospitals designed to help with mental health. Not that they're great places to be in, believe me.
All right. So there's still those attitudes there, though, in the UK.
Yeah.
Because I know for the States, usually it's just kind of like a matter of like, it depends where you are. Because like generally Northeast, Northwest will be like pretty progressive about stuff and be like, yeah, mental health's real, and like you should definitely, like, we encourage you to like go get help and stuff. But like more South and Midwest and whatnot, and like middle of the country, it's usually like, yeah, it's those kind of like 1950s-esque attitudes of like lock them up. And I'm like, for what?
All right.
Like,
yeah. In general, I think we're lucky to have the NHS, but I think there's more mental health support out there if you're able to pay for it.
Well, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
I suppose that's the problem just globally in general. But like, I've heard both good and bad things about the NHS.
Yeah.
And I definitely have like a very mixed opinion of them. Because like on one end, like, yeah, it's great, universal healthcare. But on the other end, like, all I've heard from the mental health side of NHS is like they'll only really fund cognitive behavioral therapy, which is good and fine and all, but it doesn't treat everything.
Yeah, it don't treat everything. And with anything with the NHS, it's, you're in this queue, you've got to wait anywhere between 6 months and 18 months.
Yeah. And that's, in those 6 to 18 months, like, that's hard. Like, if you're suffering, you know, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Especially if you can't work. I don't know. Can you get on the, I forgot what it's called, but, the UK's versions of benefits?
Universal credit, that's it.
That, or it's
that's
like
what I'm on.
Yeah.
And there's also a personal independence payment. It's basically disability over 2 different benefits. It's
right.
But universal credit can also be used for people that are on low incomes and need additional support, job seekers, things like that.
Maybe the term I'm thinking of is probably a slang term of like the wage or something, or the doc or something like that.
Dole.
The dole. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Look at me trying to be cool. She's fucking slang. Didn't even know the official name of it. Good lord. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, so like, can you still get on that even if you're like not being currently treated?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good at least. least they make that part easy. In the U.S., it's just like, nah, you need to have a proven documented disability. Fuck you. Like you can't get benefits for shit because they're just like so afraid of like
Sometimes it takes a
fraud and
while,
stuff.
but
Yeah, it takes so
it,
long.
but you can do it.
Yeah, it's definitely you can do it, but sometimes people literally can't afford to wait.
Yeah.
So it sucks. So what are yeah, it's very rare in the US. Yeah. Are you in the US as well, Matt? Like I'm in New York and like even in New York, like so I deal with Social Security a lot for my job because I'm a case coordinator outside of this. And they are so slow. They're so slow. And you gotta call them like every day, I swear.
Well, it's
For
probably
like
Ash
6
that's
months.
behind Matt and Ash's
Mm-hmm.
account at the moment because there are a couple streamers said they. So Ash is actually an EMT, so she probably knows a lot of that
Yeah, yeah.
side of stuff.
Oh, you're in Connecticut? Fuck. Didn't Connecticut just like I swear there is something happening with Connecticut and Social Security lately in the news, and I forgot what it was. But it was either in a very good direction or a very bullshit with Social Security direction. Either way, best of luck in Connecticut. I hope things are going well for you out there. Um, so let me ask now, what was it like for you growing up? Because like
Um,
the original question usually is like, oh, when did you first notice something? But you mentioned to me beforehand, you grew up in kind of like a tumultuous kind of household.
yeah. To tie it into a few words, I would say hell on earth.
Mm,
Uh, I was full-time carer for my dad from the age of 5. My mum was an alcoholic, so I was basically doing everything. I didn't really have a childhood, so I missed a lot of school. Yeah, it, it was hard. I'd be doing the cooking, the cleaning, listening to I want to say the evil bitch's mouth, meaning my mother.
uh,
Not meaning it nastily or anything. It's just the way she treated me, if you know what I mean.
sorry about that. I got a call. I had to take it real
No
quick.
worries.
Um, so yeah, hell on earth
Yeah.
from straight from the bitch's mouth. I'm guessing you mean your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really hard.
So you missed school. Did she not want you to go to school, or like what was preventing you?
It was mainly being there to care for my dad because my mum was more interested in the alcohol, if you know what I mean.
She's alcoholic.
Yeah.
So she wasn't really home much, or if she was just drunk.
If she was home, she was
Mm.
drunk. Me and my dad tried to stay out of her way for as much as we could.
Mm-hmm. I almost hate to ask this, but how is CPS not called?
Uh, they kind of was, but over here it's called social services,
Right.
and they just really turned a blind eye to it in one sense,
That's horrid.
and it was really hard.
Do you have any siblings?
Uh, I've got brothers and that, but I was always the odd one out of them all.
In what way?
They all seem to be treated way better than I was. It's like anything they wanted, they could have, but if it was something I wanted or I wanted to do, no, I'm not allowed to do that.
It's so weird. Do you have any idea why that was?
No, and I still don't really know. But yeah.
It's like they picked on you.
Yeah.
The fuck? It's fucked up. It's messed. So, at what point did you get to escape that situation? If
well, it was a few years after my dad had passed away. But before that, there was even more abuse because the day my dad passed away, my mum wanted me to pay £200 a week rent and then help out with the bills on top. I was only earning £220 a week at that point. And there was no way I could afford to do that. And I told her that. And well, and literally the day my dad died, she kicked me out. I was homeless. So I was a wreck. I didn't know where to turn. So I was doing work that night. So I went to work and my boss helped me find somewhere.
what the fuck? Have you talked to your mom since?
No. I've now moved away from that area.
Good. That's incredibly fucked. Like, she literally threw you out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I guess she just didn't see a use for you because you weren't willing to fucking pay rent. Like, hello? What? Like, good lord. I'm really happy that you were able to get out of that situation. But it sucks
me
that
too.
it happened the way it did, you know?
I think I've actually blossomed as a person ever since. And yeah, I have my moments. I'm not going to lie. I've had moments where I've overdosed and stuff, where it's been hard. But yeah, in general, I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah. How old are you when this happened?
I would have been 18.
Yeah. Were you out yet as trans?
No.
Were you even out to yourself?
I wasn't even. I knew myself, but I wasn't comfortable with admitting it to myself.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, also, you were kind of in a very unsafe situation as it were.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah. There you didn't really have room to really explore yourself. Yeah, I agree with Matt. You are wonderful. That's very sweet. And Uni gives you hugs. Shit. So out at 18, basically homeless. How did you get to finding where you live next?
Well, it got to a stage where, yeah, I had a place in the area where I grew up, but I was still getting abuse and stuff from my family then. So I took the steps to move to where I'm living now. Basically, I lived with a friend down the road from where I live now for a while, and then eventually I got my own place.
Wait, so you were still living at other families' houses?
No. So basically, I had a place in the area where I grew up,
Yeah.
but to get away from the issues that my family was causing,
So it was more
I
than just your
felt
mom.
I felt it safer for myself to move literally out of that area. So I moved to stay with a friend in another town.
That makes sense. Wait, how old
That's
are you
over.
now?
I'm 36.
Oh shit. Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Because I'm just like, if your mom kicked you out, like, how much more of a, abuse could she give you? What other
Yeah.
your family members were giving you shit then?
Yeah. I was getting it from uncles, brothers,
For what?
because I didn't stand by my mom and pay her way and
What?
mm-hmm.
So they just took your mom's side and
Yep.
automatically labeled you as the villain.
Yep.
The fuck? The fuck? They're either daft or enabling of your mother's bad behavior. Either way, that's fucked. And I wish I could say
So
I'm surprised, but like, Jesus Christ.
yeah. It was very hard to move away, don't get me wrong, but
Sure.
I'm now in a position where like I don't need them. I really don't need them. I've
No.
got amazing people around me now. I've got
Hell yeah.
my amazing family here that I've met on the internet.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Your family of choice is much stronger
Yeah.
than a family of blood. You know. That the quote is often misquoted. The blood of the covenant is stronger than the water of the womb. Quote. Blood is stronger than water.
Mm-hmm.
It's often misquoted. And it actually means your chosen family is more important to you than your born family. And that's very, very apparent in the neurodivergent community and the trans community and the streamer community and just, yeah, in the I've been through trauma TM community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel you there because, like, definitely my chosen family is much, much better than family I was born into. I don't really talk to them much anymore. And this is kind of also like a mini, like how to escape how to get away from bad situation or like, how to survive abuse 101, which is like become financially independent and move the fuck away.
Quite often that's the case.
Yeah. So you were pretty much able to get away completely from them around 18.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, in 2009, I made the final move.
Yeah. Good for you. That's awesome. It's pretty cool. That's pretty powerful in a way.
Yeah.
And you've just been vibing over here since.
Oh, yeah.
I've
grown so much as a person ever since.
Mm-hmm. You said you struggled a lot with substances as well at some point?
It wasn't substances as such. It was over-the-counter pain medication.
Okay.
Yeah, I got myself a few times. I got myself into a very deep, dark hole, and I ended up overdosing on pain medication. And luckily, people found me, and here I am today.
That's good. I'm glad those people did find you then.
Yeah.
That you're still alive and around and alive, and you know that we want you to be alive and around and alive right now. Because I'm sure you mean a lot to a lot of people,
Oh, I know I mean a lot to a lot of people. Not to sound big-headed.
You should, absolutely. Be egotistical. It's fine.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Like, with the people I've met just here on the internet, they've always checked on me more often than family ever did. And
oh, for sure.
It just makes me feel wanted now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then COVID amplified that,
Yeah.
in some ways because all of us had to go online. I think you're probably, if I had to guess, you're probably one of the COVID streamers who started. And like, when did you start? 2020?
I
2021?
started December 2020. Yeah.
Yeah. We all started around that time, I feel. Like, that's like kind of the group of people that I've been meeting lately, is like everyone who started around like either summer of 2020 or late 2020. And we just all wanted to find connections,
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing. Um, so yeah, shit. So then where does I mean, so obviously just innately, like, obviously you're a product of more than just like your trauma and diagnoses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, that's just obvious. We fucking know that. But like, where does your mental health fit into all this? I mean, other than the fact that like literally that's like a PTSD experience,
Yeah.
which like is, I mean, this is just basically going to further my PhD thesis, which I'll never fucking do, but someone needs to do it, on BPD is actually just PTSD plus other stuff.
Well, yeah. I think a lot of it is PTSD in the main. It is one of the main aspects of it, to be
Yeah.
honest, because everything seems to relate back to what went on in the past.
Mhm.
Um, so it took my doctors, what, 7 odd years to diagnose me because they really didn't know what was going on.
Mhm.
Put me on a variety of different medication, and we feel like we've got medication just about sorted now. They may have to make a few minor adjustments here and there, but
Mhm. So, I guess the question is like, throughout this experience in your childhood and then going to, be living on your own,
yeah.
how did your mental health change and evolve into where it's at now?
Uh, well, over I would say it's fluctuated, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, I'm in a better place than what I've ever been,
Absolutely.
and not only because I've made that separation, but also I've finally come out as being trans, of being truthful to who I am as a person, and
Hmm.
rather than bottling it up and hiding it, because believe it or not, bottling things up is one of the worst things you can do.
Wow, who would have guessed? But yeah, absolutely. Being in touch with your feelings, being in touch with you as a person, who your identity is, it's super fucking.
Yeah,
It's integral. It's integral to having good mental health in general.
yeah,
Like, it's just unhealthy in general. Like, bottling things up. People do it, for the sake of like a situation or
yeah,
like the sake of other people sometimes. But I've always told folks, I've always advocated at least to just like, be truthful to yourself, be truthful to where you're at, who you are, what you're about, because I think
yeah,
pretending to be okay and pretending to be someone that you're not is just never going to work out for you.
exactly. And
Because you're just going to ultimately be unhappy and effectively just drive people away, you know?
yeah,
Usually unintentionally, but that's usually what happens. Because then you're not happy with who you are, and it shows. Can show.
yeah.
Um, so when did when did BPD you think kind of like start affecting things in your life? Like, where did you see that happen for you?
I would say I would have seen the very early signs from about the age of 6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but being that age, I didn't know what the hell was happening. I just thought it was part of who I am, you know what I mean?
What kind
Which
of
it
signs did
is,
you?
but
Sure. I mean, I've not for nothing, but a 6 or 7-year-old, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to have the greatest emotional regulation powers in the world.
yeah.
But what kind of signs did you experience that you felt were part of that?
Uh, um, trying to think back now, but how can I put this?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to think how to word it because I don't know the words.
You can speak freely.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I would have moments where it was a lot of depression and anxiety, and I wouldn't know what was really causing that
At
at
6.
at 6.
My goodness.
Yeah, I knew my relationship with my mum at that point wasn't great, but I really didn't know what else because it would hit me like a brick wall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so it's just like, mom doesn't like me, but why?
Yeah.
Was it kind of like, what is wrong with me? Is that where your brain went?
Oh yeah. I was like, what's wrong with me? What have I done wrong?
So you begin to question yourself and then get
Yeah.
depressed.
Yeah.
I think any child would get depressed with the kind of mom you had, the way she treated you. Jesus. So then, from there, how did you see it progress? I guess trying to look back on it now, it's a long way away, I know.
It's a long way away
Yeah.
now, yeah. But as I got older, I noticed I would get at times more snappy with people. I would,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, I would. I've lost jobs through snapping at my bosses when not meaning to, and lost friends. But the way I see that now is, if I've lost friends over this, then there was never truly a friend anyway.
Certainly. Yeah. Because a friend would try to be understanding,
Yeah.
for sure. Did you at all recognize this as, like, something to try to treat early on?
Uh,
Or,
no,
yeah.
no, not at all. And I just felt like I wasn't normal. I was
Mm,
like, it's part of me, but I don't know what I can do to fix it, if you know what I mean, back then.
for sure. When did you start to think about it and try to, like, fix it, I suppose?
Um, it would be after my first overdose.
Mm,
That was when I first saw the mental health team, and they did a lot of therapies, a lot of talking with psychiatrists and that. And I'll be honest, at that point, I felt like I was getting nowhere because I felt like I was going backwards because they would bring up all the crap from the past, and I would end up coming out there very emotional, and I felt
sure.
like I was getting nowhere. But looking back at it now, that has actually helped in the long run, because it's helped me realize that my issues of the past have helped me become who I am today and become a better person for it,
For sure.
in one sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like absolutely like for sure. Like you don't wish that upon anyone, but like
No,
yeah, your past definitely informs your present of who you are and how you are
yeah,
nowadays. Like I wouldn't wish my past on anyone, but like I also know that if I didn't go through it, then I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
yeah,
Um, and people sometimes mistake that as like, oh, so you forgive your tormentors? And like, no, absolutely not. They can go burn in hell. Um,
yeah.
but it means I've learned to let go in some aspect.
Exactly, and that's exactly how I feel. I've learned to let go of the past and move on to the brighter future that's out there,
Absolutely,
and
because
knowing when to reach out for help when I need it.
yeah, I think that's super important because this is something I struggle with still sometimes. Is that knowing when you're at a point that you need to ask for help is really important, because otherwise you just like keep going and going and you burn yourself
Yeah,
out and you don't really know what to do when you get to that like absolute precipice.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if this question matters, but I just wanted to ask, would you consider that first overdose with the pain medication, was that like a suicide attempt in a way?
It was, yeah. I just didn't like who I was at that point. I didn't like everything I'd been through. I just wanted everything to shut up and go away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you have other attempts later on?
I had at least one more attempt.
Mm.
I think that was the only other one, but could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember everything.
That's fair. I can't expect you to remember everything either. Trust me, I don't. Um, how do you feel now about suicide, about life,
uh,
living?
Life, I think, has got a very, very bright future.
Yeah,
Especially once I've completed my transition.
absolutely.
If the NHS will hurry up.
Oh my God. Are they dragging their feet on something?
Yeah, I was first referred to them 3 years ago. I had my
Okay.
first appointment in March, and I'm still
Right.
waiting to start my hormones.
Oh my God. They don't even give you the fucking Why can't there be a Planned Parenthood in the UK? Like, I swear to God.
Yeah,
Because, like, Planned Parenthood is just like, all right, sign these consent forms that you understand the risks and stuff. All right, here's your E.
yeah,
Have a good day. Like, oh my God. It's ridiculous. Well, I hope they get back to you, or like you can call them and bother them about it or something. I don't know the
Oh
process
yeah,
at all in the UK,
I
so.
keep I keep emailing them because it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to get through to them on the email than it is on the phone. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of wild to me. Oh my God. Emailing your providers. Imagine. I know my partner has like an online app type-ish thing. Um, where like they can like email their provider that way for like refills.
yeah,
It's wild. Interesting. Um, well, I'm very happy to hear that you have such bright hopes for the future.
yeah,
And I also agree. I think, you know, since you're identified as, as transition being like very fucking important, then yeah, absolutely that's gonna like give you so much euphoria and just good feels all the way.
yeah.
But But yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're just in a much better spot overall right now. Like you're very well
Oh yeah.
supported, and that's amazing to hear, really. Um, so after first contact with a mental health team, they kind of helped you get to therapy of some sort, or like identify.
Yeah, we had lots of therapy.
Mm.
Sometimes it was group therapy and things like that, where we would
Mm-hmm.
talk about our issues and why we overdosed, and it. And then we'd have the one-on-one therapy with the doctors and that, and would try and identify the causes and things like that.
When did you first hear BPD?
Uh, it would have been when I was first diagnosed. I knew nothing about it at that point.
Yeah. What'd they tell
So,
you?
not a lot. It was like, we think you've got this, so we're going to give you these medications. If you want to know
Wait,
more, there's a website you can go
wait.
look it up on.
I'm sorry. Hold on. They gave you medications for BPD?
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm on olanzapine and fluoxetine.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Huh? The fuck?
My avatar's being weird. One sec.
Huh?
She's doing weird things.
What is?
My avatar, it keeps crouching over. There we go. Let's see if that fixes it.
You say fluoxetine and amlodipine.
Olanzapine and fluoxetine.
Oh, olanzapine.
Yeah,
Fluoxetine is Prozac.
yeah.
And
And
olanzapine is Zyprexa. Why the I
I've
guess.
also at one point I was on Seroquel.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's wild. Did they just say for like mood disorder or like?
Yeah, it was basically there was what they was trying to do was calm my emotions from being so unstable that I was blowing up at everybody.
Were you at that point that you felt that you needed these, or like do you? I don't know. I don't know how to ask this because like
I was at the point where I needed help. I was willing to try anything.
fair enough. What were you doing to like for them to like warrant this? You said you were blowing up at people.
Yeah, I've blown up at friends, blown up at random people that are in the line at the bank. Yeah, it's
So it was at that point there they're just like, yeah, medication is the way to go.
yeah,
I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like in my brain. I'm just like, what do you mean medication for a person for like borderline? Like what? Why? Like that's talk therapy for borderline, not medication. What do you mean?
yeah.
But yeah, apparently. God, I feel so ignorant now. Because like it's funny. Ribbon's talking about a client, and it's a client that I've had.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's not Ribbon's client, but I had a client as well who had BPD who took the medication similar to this.
yeah,
And I never really connected it. I thought it was like because she had like other stuff going on. But no, literally mood regulator for BPD. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? It makes sense, but like
yeah,
I don't know. I guess my brain is just like astounded by like the fact that I mean, I guess that's just like the nature of the NHS, right? Is that they're gonna go the medication route first before they go like the like therapeutic route. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah. Um. So how do you get on? How do you get on with the medication? How do you feel about it?
For the most part, I'm okay.
Yeah.
When I was on the Seroquel, I was like a zombie. It really made me
Yeah.
sleep.
I was about to say Seroquel probably just fucking zonks you out.
Yeah. And I was like, told my doctor, there's something you need to do with this one because I can't keep sleeping all the time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Do you feel like it's helped you and it continues to help you be well?
Uh, yeah, my medication has helped a lot.
That's awesome.
It, I'm not gonna say I don't have my blips. I still have my blips.
Sure.
But things are 1,000 times better than there was.
hmm I mean, I feel like the point of medications, just like in general, is to help put you like on a more even playing field with other
Yeah,
folks. You know, I hate to use the phrase,
exactly.
but sometimes medication like takes the edge off, say so to speak,
Yeah,
of like, you know, kind of like tempers you down enough that it's just like you can have more of an even leveled head about things and
yeah,
situations. So that's usually like the point of those medications. And then usually, in my opinion and fucking what they taught me in my masters is that, you know, usually that's then coupled with like acceptance commitment therapy and
yeah.
other stuff. Have you experienced any of those kind of therapies?
Yeah, they're just. It, I really didn't know how to take the therapies because
Mm,
there was. It, it wasn't that I was needing to be accepted or me accept anyone, if you know what I
mm.
mean. But that's what they was trying to with the therapies. It was more like for me, it was more like stop my brain doing this.
That's where you were at.
Yeah.
So the therapy really probably wasn't too helpful.
No.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So I feel like you connect more with the medication than the therapies.
Yeah, I have done, yeah.
Where are you at now?
Right now, I'm on quite a level playing field, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I get the days here and there where I'm not myself and I don't want to do nothing and stuff. But in general, I'm not doing too bad at all. Planning on setting my own business up.
It's awesome.
Yeah, just one step at a time and see how things go.
For sure. So you're still being treated, still on medication. Do you still go to
Yeah.
therapy much or?
No,
Okay.
but I do have a checkup. Like I have a 6 monthly checkup with a psychiatrist to make sure I'm doing okay.
Nice. That's awesome.
So I've actually got one of them next week. Actually,
Oh shit. Well, best of luck. Hope it goes well. It sounds like things are going well for you overall.
yeah. Oh yeah, things are great right now,
Mm-hmm.
and believe it or not, streaming has helped.
Oh, I believe it. How? All right. You know what? We'll transition this into a into the other question interview, which is how has streaming affected your mental health, and how has your mental health affected streaming?
Uh, Streaming has helped improve my mental health because there's part of me has a social anxiety, so going out gives me anxiety in general, but
Mhm.
when things get too much online, I can just switch it off, so I can go out as much as I like.
For sure. Yeah. Streaming can
Oh
give that.
man.
Yeah, Mad and Mini. In here. Yeah, streaming can allow you to go like pretty much full out,
Yeah,
about whoever you are, and just full on
yeah.
embrace whatever you want to be. Can I ask about VTubing? Does VTubing also help you do that?
It does,
Yeah.
it does. But I may be working on setting myself up a dedicated stream room and stuff. So I may have an actual web camera eventually.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean it's up to you, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask like in what ways does the VTube model help you?
Uh it it helped me because when I'm looking at my camera, it's like looking into the mirror, but I don't see what I see on my inside, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Just for you.
yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, it helps you express yourself, really. That's
yeah.
what it sounds like. Yeah. I've heard various things over the years because I know a lot of VTubers. That's the, that's the thing. It's like my community is either DID systems, Insomniac Europeans, VTubers, just all the many categories of the Waba fam. Just all the lovely folks of us. So that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, I've heard from other VTubers like it's just like they like it better to be behind a model, say so to speak. Yeah, our non-binary
Yeah,
gremlins. That's true. Um, in that the way of just like they don't like people looking at their face. So like if everyone's just looking at the model instead, then they can feel more free to like express themselves sometimes.
yeah,
All depends how you are. Like it took me a while to get used to the camera in a way. And I haven't used to do YouTube before, but it took me a while to
yeah.
like really get used to seeing my own face and like being a face on a camera. I feel like I'm still getting used to it sometimes because like my resting face is just kind of like, and then people are like, "Waba, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean?" Just tired. I'm like, I can't keep up a smile for 7 hours. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, try not to be self-conscious about it. So, oh man, I don't know if you've sped run this interview or if you're just giving me short enough answers that I don't know what to ask right now. Resting bitch face. Yeah, my face, my face. I'm gonna try to like do resting face actively right now. Like that's my resting face, I think. And people definitely be like, "Waba, are you sad about something?" I'd be like, "No, just vibing." I'll just be dancing. Be like, maybe I should do that more. Maybe I should bob my head a bit more, and then people might not think that I'll be sad all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry. I have a perpetually sad face because PTSD. All right. And Waba's head would be like, yeah, exactly, Ruben. I pull a face when playing poker all the time. See, it's problematic, I feel, because it's just like, I don't know what my fucking face looks like. Yeah, my face looks sad. It just looks so blank. I look so dead, especially when I'm tired. And you get all the under eyes.
Yeah.
Or if my glasses off, it's even worse, and I look really tired. Like 1,000-year stare. On your 30. Hi, Jeffrey. What would you like to tell people about your mental health that you haven't said already?
I think I've about covered everything, to be honest.
Well, shit. All right. Well, we're out of interview, I guess, folks. Do you have any tips, advice, hope, resources for folks that are listening at home?
Oh, I did put it up earlier, and I've got a website full of resources, but where I've put it, I don't know. Give me a second.
I will give you a second. Because I always like to add on to resources, because as you can see, I have a big old fucking resource panel below the stream. Plus we have like major amounts of links of just like things upon things, including a Google Drive of links, thanks to Toodles, I believe. Of a mental health resource list.
There you go. There's a website with a load of places for UK support.
Post in chat.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
What?
It's not gonna come up. Try again.
Message cannot be sent. Say message within the last 30 seconds.
Just say something after it. Just be like links.
Little paste. What did I do? Gonna have to copy it again.
Oh no. Just temporary VIP so you can actually post a link.
Yeah.
Because I forgot that I have links off except for VIPs and mods.
There you go.
Awesome. Yeah. I will add this to my giant panel of resources below. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you have any last words of encouragement, advice, or anything else that you want to say?
If you need help and support, guys, always reach out to someone. It doesn't have to be professional help, but don't neglect the next professional help.
For sure. Yeah. I always say, since we're peer support in here, that like professional, like peer support is like should be supplementary to professional help, and we always encourage folks to, seek their own personalized and professional help and find the best help for them, and definitely encourage and push folks, small push for folks to find the best help for them, because we're not doctors, we're not therapists, even though some of us have training. We can't be anyone's therapist, but we can definitely be a good support system for folks. So yeah,
exactly,
that's what we're about. And yeah, all right. Thanks, Cosmic. This was fun.
Welcome.
And very fast. What the heck? You sped run my interview. I swear.
Not meaning to.
It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. What do you do for stream? What do you do streaming wise? When are you streaming?
I stream a variety of games. At the moment, I'm streaming a lot of Star Citizen.
What is that?
It's a space game, MMO type thing. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Sounds fun. All right. If that's all you got for us today, then goodbye. Oh no, you got muted again. What happened?
Am I muted?
There you are. There you are. All right. Well, I guess say goodbye to everyone then.
All right, bye guys, and thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.